Guys, so Fulu coming to you with another commentary. This video is a little bit late coming, and it's about the one Nigerian divester who was slain by his girlfriend at the time. I don't know why, the caliber of woman he chose was this. Like, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but a lot of westernized Nigerians are like that. Like, and it's not just Nigerians. It's like I see it with Sierra Leoneans. I see it with all types of Africans who just like take these toxic old like women, and also men too. There was this one. I actually went to a Sierra Leonean party, and there was this one girl. She just had this big fat Italian dude. I'm like, what the heck? Like, but obviously he had the bag. Everybody knows that. He had the bag. But the thing is this with this woman, I don't know why, like he didn't like read the red flags with her. Like, this woman is toxic and she's not even good looking like that. I mean, at best she may be like, man, if I had to choose, she may be like a 5. But I don't know why he didn't see these things, you know? But let's listen to her.
Taylor, and I do I'm Courtney Taylor, and I do OF for a living.
So that's the first thing that you have to look at. Like, he had to know she was a OnlyFans model, or she is a OnlyFans model. Like, why would you even like entertain that? Like, why would you even do that to yourself? OnlyFans model? And this interview was weeks before she stabbed the boyfriend, so he was still alive when she made this interview, so he should have known better. OnlyFans model? He should have known better, and he should have did better. But let's continue.
Fans, you got like 1 million followers or something?
2 million.
Damn. You look like the type of girl that only dates like rich guys.
And she's like masculine. You hear how she sounds? She doesn't even sound like, I'm telling you, bro. It's sad to say, but a lot of these women do not sound like women anymore. It's been a while since I've heard a woman who sounds like a woman. I'm just being honest with you. It's sad to say it, but it's the truth, man.
Is that true?
No, that's not true. I only date black guys, especially black guys. Especially black guys. Let me clarify. I only date rich.
Okay, rich black guys. There we go.
Okay, so obviously he was probably loaded. But the thing is about him, I'm not excusing his comments about black women. And I'm not excusing his comments about like just American black people in general. I'm not excusing his comments at all. At the same time, I'm not trying to be defensive of him, but I kind of do understand where he's coming from when it comes to black women. Like, if you're like an African, if you're a black African, because I myself have experienced the same thing he probably experienced, like with black women. Because like when they hear your last name and stuff like that, when they hear like your last name is different from theirs, then that's when they're like, oh crap, like, and then that's where the torment begins. But where I come from, we're taught that you gotta have thick skin and you just gotta like bear it all. You know what I mean? You gotta take it all on the chin. Although, like, unfortunately, your chin becomes so swelled up, you have to put ice on it, and I guess part of that ice is just like distancing yourself from them, you know. And then they wonder why you distance yourself from them, but it's all good.
And so you know you're toxic.
Yeah.
You can tell she like black guys.
She even admitted that she was toxic. Like, bro, like if she admits that she's toxic, then why would you even be there? Like, why even entertain her? Why not get a traditional Nigerian bride who's going to submit to you, who's going to cater to you? But I mean, at the end of the day, like, unfortunately, there's a lot of westernized Nigerian women too, mostly from the Igbo groups. And I don't know if he was Igbo or anything like that. I don't know what his tribal background was, but if he was, it's not a surprise that he decided to deal with her. You know.
It's like especially black guys. For all you watching, I'm with it. Do you like to be fully controlled, or do you?
I like to be submissive. Pretty well, yeah, in the bedroom,
Yes.
but like in my life, I don't like anybody to tell me what to do.
So you only want.
So in essence, all she wanted was a foot long. Like she's even telling you right off the back that all she wanted was a foot long, and that she wanted to run amok. She wanted to run lawless and reckless outside of that. That's automatically a red flag that you have to like keep in mind. Okay? If she's not willing to follow your program, then you might as well leave her. And it's not about even telling her what to do. It's about, hey, this is the program. This is how the program's going to work. Either you're going to be part of the program or you're not going to be part of the program. You know, I have these things that I got to do. I got these goals and aspirations I got to do that's going to work out for both of us if it follows through. And either you can be a part of that or you can just like keep it moving. But the problem is with her is she just that toxicity, man. She's super toxic. Super toxic. You know. This is crazy. Let's continue.
I'm tell you what to do in the bedroom. Other than that, you don't want him to tell you anything.
Right. That's exactly it. Yes.
So she even admitted that. And that's the thing, like that's the difference between like a submissive woman who's going to follow your lead. Like a woman who's submissive and a woman who's like traditional, she's willing to learn. You know what I mean? She's willing to learn new things. These modern Belejo and Tubok women are not willing to learn anything new, except for how to finesse more guys. That's the whole situation. You know, so you wouldn't even want. Why would you want to even entertain someone and put her like? Why would you want to bring that into your space? Like for real, like. Why would you want to bring this kind of toxicity into your space? You don't need that, and you don't want that. That's all I'm saying.
So that sounds like you're a control freak with your relationships. Be careful with this one. She's gonna boss you around like
Exactly.
sweet toxicity. So you only date rich black guys. So like, have you ever dated like any politicians or only like rappers or athletes or what kind of rich black guys?
No dope boys, no politicians.
Just strictly athletes.
I mean, well, dabble here.
I'm sorry to say it, but I like me personally, I can't really be with a woman who sounds manly. Like I'm just gonna be real. I can't like really be with someone who has like that baritone in their voice. It's like, bro, like what the like how many pogo sticks have you been on? Like, because that's what someone told me. You know, an old head of mine told me that the reason why these females have such masculine voices is because they've been, so much. They've been on so many pogo sticks. That's what they told me. They told me that's the reason. You know, and I'm sorry to say it, but I have not heard a masculine woman in a feminine sounding woman in a cool minute. All of these females have like these voices, these gruff McGruff voices, and it's like, man, like I'm not turned on by that. I don't like that crap. You know, like for example, you can have you can have, for example, a Philly or a New York accent, but it can still sound feminine. You know what I mean? Like you can still have that accent, whatever, and it can still sound feminine. But this female just straight out sounds manly, bro. For real.
Dabble there a little bit.
Have you ever dated any celebrities?
Dated? Well, I mean, yes.
What celebrities have you dated?
Just like athlete, Jermichael Finley. But don't look him up. Don't look him up. Don't look him up because it's gonna make you look really bad.
How much do you make a month?
A lot. Yeah, we make good money.
So even her friend is because her friend is probably an OnlyFans model. So even her friend is actually co-signing the OnlyFans. Like, I'm sorry, but that Nigerian dude, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he was kind of dumb in the first place, messing with an OnlyFans model. Like, why would you even do that, bro? Like, why wouldn't you even want a woman who she's letting everybody see, bro? Like, come on, like, really? Like, why would you do that to yourself, man? I'm just saying, man. For real, for real. Like, why would you even do that to yourself, man? That crap is dumb. But, there's something else.
You make 6 figures a year.
Well, yeah. Multiple six. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
There's something else I want to look up real quick about her. There's another backstory about this female, and he should have knew. So it appears that like she was already like just a violent woman in general. Like it appears that the Nigerian dude unfortunately took it and did not like do anything about it. Like, so it turns out that she probably in the past was already like violent and stuff like that. Yet he's still whatchamacallit, he's still I want to say stayed with her. And all I'm going to say is that these women are shaitan. You know, I hate to say it, but these women are shaitan. You know, they are very demonic forces. They don't even realize that they have a jinn that's just latched onto their back and that is just using them. I'm going to just straight out and say a lot of these modern Western women are possessed by jinn, and they don't even know that they're possessed by jinn. I'm just going to keep it all the way a buck, you know, and the men who like deal with them are falling under their spell, unfortunately. And this doesn't have to do with any kind of color. This can be all, no matter what the color is, this could be that, okay? That's why for me, like, I just keep my mouth shut. I stay quiet because this is crazy. And it's only going to get worse. That's the problem, you know? But let's look into her previous past, her violent past. And he should have known. He should have known. But let's continue. Let's look into it.
This is the Easy Bar, a complete gym you can use at home or anywhere you want to take it.
Now, you guys better grab some vintage brawn, maybe some popcorn, back, hit some bicep. He bled out and died in her apartment. Video now, and I'm like, wrong with it. I think it's a great move for girls as long as they're comfortable. Now, the clips of, and if you're sensitive to blood, please turn away. Don't watch this right now. But it's a clip of her in her apartment. Okay, someone shot this from their balcony and actually zoomed in and got her basically rolling around in the blood, sitting there covered in blood in her apartment on her balcony with the police officers right after this situation happened, right after she murdered.
So, in essence, these women are some evil people, bro. Like, Audu billah minas Satan rajim la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi ali azim. You know, like, may Allah protect me from these Jezebel old women. But anyhow, what it looks like is that she actually killed him and then decided to roll in the blood and act like she was a victim.
Boyfriend, and has a pretty blank look on her face. Doesn't seem too bothered or upset. And her dog's licking the blood off her face. It's very disturbing. Let me just tell you that. It's extremely disturbing. And as you watch this clip, you can see what I mean. It's only a minute long, but give me a really eerie feeling. And it kind of shows me who this girl is and how much is wrong with her mentally. She did tell the cops she felt suicidal, so they did not let her be alone.
Bingo. That's another reason why that she's walking the streets right now. Is she did that mental health plea. That's another reason why she's not arrested either. You know. And she may very well be a nutcase, but you put nutcases away most of the time. Send her to an insane asylum or something like that.
Her to a hospital where she's being looked after, but she's not charged with anything yet. No charge has been made to her because she said it was self-defense and the boyfriend's dead, and it's her word against whatever they can prove. And if other witnesses are coming forward and eyewitnesses and neighbors thick, so she could probably handle herself with a guy that she had to get out of. But I guess this time maybe she was just frustrated. She was actually dated this girl. Let me get more sips of my vintage Braun real quick. Hold on. This is a tiramisu flavor, by the way. Why is this girl relevant to bodybuilding and BS? Why am I talking about her? Well, guess who her ex-boyfriend was? Give you guys a couple seconds to think about it. He's a former Mr. Olympia, and this happened in 2017. He actually had a broken jaw, and nobody knows why he had a broken jaw. The rumor was that he got into a car accident. Now, he prepared for the 2017 Olympia with a broken jaw. He was eating through a straw, and then he was also blending his food. Now, who could this be? Sean Roden actually dated this girl.
So, this guy, he's actually a Jamaican immigrant. I guess he took into the bodybuilding. The thing is about bodybuilding is you're gonna take a lot of steroids. No matter what. If you're gonna compete in it, you're gonna have to be juiced to the gills. Like for the most part. That's just gonna be the situation. You're gonna be juiced to the gills.
For quite some time. And actually, cheated on his wife Michelle with her.
So another swirler, like a heavy swirler. And as you see, he had a Tupac wife, and he was messing with this whatchamacallit, messing with the Jezebel who killed the Nigerian.
Was living in California, and so was this girl. She was training at Gold's Venice. She wanted help getting ready for a bikini show in the gym training, and she has a YouTube. I found clips of her training online on Muscle Insider.
So it turns out she was into that bodybuilding crap too. So what could have happened too is like she could have probably taken steroids and stuff like that, and due to that, she probably went crazy from it.
With different trainers in Gold Venice, but I did find this photo of her and him together after she won the Bruce City MPC class bikini. This is them together. The reason she broke Sean's jaw, she uppercut him and shattered his jaw, because she found out that Sean was lying to her about not being single. He was actually married with a child.
Well, part of that was his fault too. But yeah, I mean that's his fault for doing that, for playing that game. But at the same time, did she really have to uppercut dude, or could she have just walked away and said, "I'm good"? So she's been inherently violent from the get-go. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And
he was lying to her, and he was also lying to his ex-wife Michelle at the time. So he got caught, and she confronted him. She broke his jaw with her fist. She uppercut him. Fast forward, this very well could have been Sean Roden getting stabbed to death by this girl if maybe they were dating longer, if maybe she had more feelings for him. But she clearly has some type of temper or anger issues to go hit another man, especially Sean Roden. Remember, Sean Roden is not small. He's jacked.
But the thing is about it, these women think they can do that. Like, this country has given them permission to do such things, you know? And again, I'm not making excuses for these swirlers, okay? Because they're swirling with the wrong ones, right? I'm not making I'm not making any excuses for them, right? But this is just how it works, okay? These women are violent, these women are demonic. These men, you got to be stronger, okay? You really have to take pages out of Khabib Nurmagomedov's book, okay? This dude had no scandals with these females at all in UFC. Okay, he kept his guard up. They thought he was weird. They thought, heck, some of them thought he was an incel. Not knowing that he's married, take care of his kids and things like that. This is how you have to do. You have to do this. Okay?
This girl did not fear anything or anyone, clearly. She wasn't even thinking about, oh my God, if I break this guy's jaw or I hit him hard enough and I don't take him down, he's probably going to attack me. But those thoughts didn't go through this girl's mind. She was just thinking, I'm going to crack him. And she shattered his jaw. That's how hard she hit this guy. Or we could say Sean's jaw is not that strong. I mean, look at the patterns here. I mean, this girl clearly had anger problems back then, clearly still has anger issues. And like I said earlier in this video, she said she only dates rich black guys.
So, listen, anytime, and this has to be a lesson to all my African brothers and Caribbean brothers. Anytime a girl says, I only date black guys, that's a red flag right there, okay? Take that as a red flag and understand that you're not being looked at as like, you're being looked at as desirable, but you're not being looked at as a human being. You're being looked at as a slab of meat. If you must date out, okay, you have to vet these women, okay? You have to test them in many different ways. You can't just go for an okie doke because she has a fetish. You can't do that. Otherwise, it's going to cost you.
Clearly thought Sean was loaded, rich, whatever term you want to put onto it. Now, I don't know his financial situation at the time, but I highly doubt he was rich yet, or at least wealthy yet. He had a kid, he had a wife to support. She clearly, she was just cherry picking the right guys for herself to date that looked like they had money, that had the image, had somewhat of a celebrity status, right? Sean was popular in that gym. So she cherry-picked him. Now, Sean's obviously in the wrong for cheating on his wife. I mean, number one. Number two, lying to her, dating both of these girls. She went to Gold's Gym, Venice, where he trained. He helped her out for the shows. He would give her nutrition guidance. He would train her in the gym sometimes. This is all allegedly, right? Hearsay, but I have a lot of people confirming this. And they were dating for quite some time. So there obviously was feelings involved. Clearly she felt some type of way for him, or else she would have just been like, okay, now.
Guys, all I'm going to say is if you must divest, and I'm speaking to my African brothers mostly, because for the most part, I'm not saying everybody, but for the most part, most black, I'm not going to generalize, but most, like a majority of like black Americans are cool off of Islam. You know, I'm just going to be real. They're cool off of Islam. Many are. I'm not going to say all, but many are cool off of it. You know, because you even have some who like troll this page who, and I'm not going to name him in specifically, I'm not going to name him, but he knows who he is, but he's he's like an ex-Muslim, and he doesn't have anything nice to say about Islam. And I think the reason why he has nothing nice to say about Islam is because he doesn't read, or he can't read. That's just the bottom line. But anyhow, if you must have, like, if you must have, like, a woman, then let it be, let it be a woman like this. Let me see if I can find it. I'm saying,
Addiction doesn't have to destroy your life forever. You may be lost now, but you can change things with the right help. At Elevate.
okay, listen, I'm not trying to, like, promote swirling, okay? I'm just saying, if you must swirl, make sure you get someone who's not exposed to this demonic culture. Okay, that's all I'm saying. All right. Here's a Pakistani brother. He's in Chechnya. Me, myself, I'm going to Chechnya. Like, I've been sold. Like, after looking at constant clips of Ramzan Kadyrov, seeing these Chechen troops whoop these Nazi old Ukrainians' butts, taking territory, really doing the frontline work, being part of the beer gang, as I am part of the beer gang, I'm compelled. And so, inshallah, next year, that's going to be the move. But anyhow, if you must look out of your race, don't just go for something that's here. You'll end up regretting it. But let's look at these women. So you see right here that even when they're dancing with each other, right? You can see that there is no contact with one another. Okay? Their culture is still very, very traditional. And this is what you want. Okay? You don't listen. Especially, like, I'm speaking for myself. If I could change anything, I would have told my family, don't send me in the United States. I would have told them, yo, if I had to choose the lesser of two evils, I'll stay in Europe. You know what I mean? If I had to choose the lesser of the two, I would have just said, nah, just don't send me in the United States. I'm not going to lie to you. This culture, luckily, it hasn't corrupted me, but I will say it has changed my mentality and the way I look at things, because, like, by nature, like, we come from places of warmth. We come from places of compassion. We come from places of family values. But when you see that there is none here, you have to unfortunately get on cold. And part of that cold is becoming cold. But yeah, you see how the culture is still alive. They're not even contacting with each other and stuff like that. So yeah. You see no contact whatsoever. You see that they're not contacting each other at all. Okay, this is very good. This is a very good thing. And that's how it should be, okay? This is exactly how it should be. It shouldn't be touchy, touchy, feely, feely, you know? Let's continue. So, this is what you have to do, okay? You have to get a woman. You have to get a woman like that, okay? You can't like, you have to whatchamacallit, get a woman like that. If you're gonna divest, that's all I'm saying. If you're gonna divest, you gotta look for women in that fold. All right? Don't listen to her. She's gonna tell you, never listen to a woman who's who's giving you advice. Never listen to a woman like that. I think her name is Melly Monaco or something. Yeah, no, don't listen to her. Don't listen to her at all. She'll lead you around. She'll lead you wrong. And you don't want to be led wrong. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you guys right now. But that's just, I mean, at the end of the day, he should have knew better. He should have not. She had a violent past. This was weeks before she even killed him. He should have saw this on the radio. Like, why didn't he do that? Why didn't he do his research? It's not cool. So with that being said, guys, if you're gonna divest, I mean, I'm not pushing divesting. I'm just saying, if you're gonna divest, you can't just divest with a Karen or a Courtney from around the way. You can't do that. You got to get one from far away, and sometimes it has to be even further than from Europe. It has to be further than Europe. It has to be somewhere in Eurasia. It has to be somewhere where the United States hates, like a Turkmenistan or Azerbaijan. I kid you not. I'm gonna end this on one note. I'm gonna end this on one story I have for you. There was this one time when I was in Hollywood, and there was this woman. She was a mutual friend. She had a mutual friend, and she was from Azerbaijan. Yeah, she was from Azerbaijan, and so, due to my respect for this friend, he asked me, "Hey, man, do you think you can take her to the airport? I need someone to take her to the airport, and I trust you to do that." So what I did is I took her to the airport, and when it was all said and done, she was all smiles and all grins, okay? To a point where I didn't even ask for money, and she gave me money. She gave me money. You need a woman like that, okay? You need a woman who's gonna cake you off, bro. I'm not, and there's a difference between caking you off and you living off a woman. There's a complete difference. But you need a woman who's gonna cake you off, bro. You need a woman who's gonna give you things. You can't have these women. She even admitted, this Courtney woman even admitted and said, "I only date rich black guys." So what is the rich black guy gonna get in return? Really? But anyhow, man, that's all I got for now, guys. Leave your thoughts and leave your comments. Fuller signing out. Njadama.